I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog.stampwithelaine.com and welcome to the second episode of my Share What You Love series, and this one is on the A Little More Please bundle. In this bundle you have the Love What to Do stamp set, Make a Difference stamp set. This is a photopolymer alphabet stamp set which has both upper and lowercase cursive font, and also a second block font. And you've also got things like handcrafted just for you and hashtags, www or .com, made with love, and so on. Also contained as this bundle is a pack of A4 cardstock in Very Vanilla, the stamping quality, 40 sheets in all, and a 24 sheet pack of Share What You Love A4 cardstock pack. So there are 6 sheets in 4 colours, and this is Mint Macaron, a returning colour, Grapefruit Grove, this is new for the 2018 to 2020 in colours, and what we already have, which is Old Olive and Rich Razzleberry. Stampin' Up is celebrating 30 years in business. They've also got pearlised doilies to mark the occasion, and the Grapefruit Grove classic stamping pad, Rich Razzleberry 1/4 inch velvet ribbon, and the Share What You Love artisan pearls. In this bundle you get 2 free items, and that is the Very Vanilla medium envelopes and the Share What You Love embellishment pack. In the pack you have 4 large labels and 8 of the smaller labels, some pearlised thread and tranquil tide baker's twine, and you also have some silver adhesive backed roses and 8 each of the Grapefruit Grove and silver metallic paper pins. I'm going to be making this card today, so the inks I'm using are Rich Razzleberry, Grapefruit Grove and the Old Olive. As stamparatus, if you haven't ordered one yet, don't worry, they will be available as of June the 1st. I've already set up my stamparatus. Make a Difference to stamp this word here, incredible. So it says Incredible You. I'm lucky to have a friend like you. My card base is in Rich Razzleberry and measures 8 1/4 inches at the top and 5 7/8 inches. That's 21 centimetres by 14.85, scored on the long side at 4 1/8. That's 10.5 centimetres and folded in half. I have cut 2 pieces of Very Vanilla cardstock. The card front is smaller than normal, 3 1/2 inches by 5 1/4 inches, 8.9 centimetres by 13.3 centimetres. You need some scraps to stamp the label with, and you need for the inside of the card at 3 3/4 inches by 5 1/2, which is 9.5 centimetres by 14 centimetres for the inside. I'm going to work on the inside, which is the smaller piece of Very Vanilla cardstock. Bring in my scrap piece of paper, and I will need the Rich Razzleberry ink. I've mounted my stamps on an E block A, H, C and B. So ink it up with the largest background stamp in Rich Razzleberry, and I'm going to stamp off. That's pretty dark, so I think I'll do it twice, and this time I've done it sideways. I forgot to mention that because these are photopolymer stamps, you really need a foam mat underneath to cushion the stamp so that it inks up better. Next I'm going to stamp this image in Old Olive. Might have to stamp an extra one because it's not showing. Do it there. Set that aside because I want to add the flowers after I've put on the sentiment. I'm going to use the magnets which are stored on the underside of the Stamparatus. I've wrapped washi tape on mine and also used painter's tape so that it's easier to grip, and only use one at a time, and don't put them on the magnets on the table together at the same time because they will just attract, run toward each other and probably snap. So just only use one at a time. Now I'm going to position the cardstock sort of in between these two hinges, try and centre it on that, and then ink it up. Place a stamp case, a clear matte stamp case underneath the lid so that this is level with the hinge, and then not happy with the position, so I'll move it up a bit because I want it to be central, and then stamp. Want that a little bit darker so I can stamp it again in exactly the same position. Bring my trimmer in, and I'm just going to trim that down to about 3/4 of an inch. Put my foam mat underneath again, and this time I'd like to stamp this little flower onto the cardstock in rich raspberry. And I'm going to use this little stamp to fill in the colour, and I need to stamp off. Create a tail, so cut in the middle of the cardstock and then just snip toward the centre from the outer edges. Take 2 pieces of velvet ribbon. This is roughly about 1 3/4 inches in length, so that's roughly about 4.5 centimeters. Use glue dots to attach the ribbon to the card. To where your label's going to go, sort of round about there. You want the ribbon to hang down from there. Get the ribbon scissors and chop some off, trim it down, glue that on your card front, centre it onto the page. Oops, upside down. Ooh, that was close. I forgot to press record. I put dimensionals on that side and I've left it loose, curled the cardstock a little bit. Now I'm not going to glue it down just yet because I need more stamping. I'm just going to cover the edge of this cardstock while I do the stamping. So I'll lift that. Glue that onto the cardstock. Grab some pearls. Bring in the Stamparatus and the Very Vanilla cardstock and butt it up right into the corner. Place my magnet down there to keep the cardstock in place. Place the clear matte stamp box underneath the lid to steady the plate and then stamp. Now I'm going to switch plates, move that plate and place the other one in the horizontal hinge down like so. Now remember the Stamp-A-Majig that is nearly in everybody's arsenal of tools. Use the imaging sheet from your Stamp-A-Majig and place it in the corner like so. Ink it up in Old Olive and stamp on it just to check the position. If you're happy with that, that's fine, but it means that I can use that as a guide to place my post-it note. So I'm going to place the post-it note like so. Make sure it's covering everything. And it is, so then I'm going to stamp on the post-it note. I'm going to leave, I've got a very thick piece of sticky on these arrow type post-it notes, so I'm going to actually leave that on the card so then I can cut round it, because I want to cut a two-tone, I want to cut the I want to stamp the friend in a different colour, and then do the same here. Okay, now save these bits, don't throw them away yet. Ink up my letters again. Stamp. Clean my stamp and then reassemble the sticky note in that gap there. And then remove this portion. This time ink it up in the Grapefruit Grove. And then you can remove everything else. Oh no, I made a boo-boo. I should have inked it up in Rich Raspberry, not not Grapefruit Grove. I wonder how that will work. Let's try it. It's a darker ink, so I think I should be okay. Yeah, that's all right. Well, making that boo-boo was quite good actually, because it illustrates how invaluable the stamp apparatus is, because you would never have been able to do that rescue a project if you've done what I did. And see, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference really, would you? They are side by side. Which one do you think is the one that I made a boo-boo with? So you can't really tell. So here are a couple more ideas. This one, I'm using the coloured cardstock. You can stamp it in a circle, use the same, add some ribbon. This one I've added a punch. I've used the clips again and the artisan pearls, and this one uses the pearlized doilies and the larger label. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. You'll find the supplies I used below this video in the show more section, and pop back for more on next Wednesday when I show you the whole suite. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye.